Welcome to all the mystery and intrigue of football well after dark. This late-night matchup when history says anything can happen. Welcome to Durham, North Carolina, Brooks Field at Wallace Wade Stadium, home of the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on another team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to get this game going. And it's field, and returner trying to create good field position here. Coverage team flying downfield, not much gained on that return. So Duke's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Well, Kirk, you can just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down play coming up. Grab behind the line. It's King. It's a nice gain. He'll move the football up to the 27.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Handoff from the shotgun. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's King. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down at the 48.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. What a catch! That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30 and a first down.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
The Blue Devils have 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone with a first down at the 17.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it, big positive yards, and a first down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
And the Blue Devils are in the red zone. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he will be stuffed for no gain. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses defense is looking for some efficiency, for a spark to that opening. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking for the wideout. He's got it in the open. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
Chris, when was the last time you saw an offense eat up the entire first quarter? Talk about moving the ball methodically down the field, and then eventually you're able to punch it in for a touchdown. This defense is going over to the sidelines just looking for answers.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0 open scoring. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. The Tar Heels offense gets their first crack now. And Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the...
He's in the clear. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Lopez. On the move now. Extending the play now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Here's the second down play. Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. The intensity, Kirk, already evident this kind of rivalry game. Look, who played one of the biggest rivalries there is in Ohio State and Michigan? What was different about that?
Yeah, I think the emotions are flying around early. I think the team that's able to get down and just kind of settle in and play football is the team that jumps out to an early advantage. I always talk to Nick Saban about it. He's been in so many big rivalries as a coach, and he says, hey, what am I supposed to do? Get them more fired up when we play against an Auburn versus playing against a Mississippi State? No, we're going to be the same team every single time we go out. Kind of control those emotions is the team that's going to end up winning.
Offense now behind the 6 on second down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made over the middle. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. And the brought down by the coverage team now. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Trying to find room. It's Moore. Crosses the 35. Here he goes. Tackle made after a big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert third and short here from the 50. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. Out of the gun now on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Anthony. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Just time enough for one more play in the half. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
He'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On first down, it's play action. Tries the right with a quick throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Back to pass. It's Lopez. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big read.
Line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Fair catch made at the 35. And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick grab. Breaks into the clear. What an electric play. Suddenly, they move into scoring position down to the 24.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
One explosive play has this offense set up just outside the red zone now with a first down. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grab by the receiver. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And the Blue Devils are going to cash in this red zone trip. Looking to throw again. And it's caught in the crossing pattern. They bring it down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there.
For this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Blue Devils pick up enough yardage for a first down. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
They'll give it to the back. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. And Duke has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. I mean, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. To the air, it's Lopez. Pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
We got some ground to make up. 2nd and long from the 15. They're going to run it. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with, defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
And the Tar Heels line up on 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Back to throw. It's Lopez. He escapes the pocket. He's going to take off here. Passes the 40. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the...
Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. 2nd and long for this offense after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The receiver grabs it and tackled there by the defense.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking to scramble. He's got a receiver wide open here. They get the 3rd down conversion. First down now from the 37. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Scanning the field. It's Lopez. Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
We come to the line. A long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Using his legs here. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. And a timeout taken by the offense with 19 seconds remaining. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a fourth down completion. Moves out of the pocket. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. As the QB fights his way into the end zone.
This offense has done what's been asked of them. They get the touchdown. Now it comes down to, can you recover the onside kick to give yourself a shot?
Extra point try coming now. They make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7.
That makes the score 14, North Carolina 7.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.